Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Listen, so I just finished watching the latest episode of Love Island USA, and we have got to talk about it, okay? Because when I tell y'all, our girl Amaya crashed the hell out. Amaya showed her ass. I feel like this episode was a pretty good episode in my personal, and we just gonna chat about it because I did take in some comments, and we are going to get into it. Actually, this episode was a full hour long, and I took a lot of notes. I'm not trying to be here long, so I'm definitely hoping that we go ahead and get through everything. When I tell y'all that I really do feel like the slip is showing on Jeremiah and Huda. Baby, I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all in the last, I could have sworn I told you guys in the last review that I felt like he is getting tired of her. He is, and it's showing more and more and more. Um, okay, let me get my notes and stuff together because this computer acting a little funky wonky over here. Make sure as you guys are coming into the video, as I'm getting everything together, you guys are indeed liking up the video as well. I thank you guys so much for being here. And let's get into it. So first of all, Nick and Ace end up having a sit down, right? And Nick heard Ace getting ripped into. Okay, Amaya was snapping on him. She was feeling away. You know, she did this the other day, and Ace is just like, he says that this the type. He said this type of SHI doesn't turn him on. He said it doesn't make me want to rub your leg or anything like that when we're having conversations. And I'm like, Ace, baby, it's not gonna matter because you're not gonna rub no legs anyway, right? You don't do that no way. So it's not gonna matter whether you rub her leg now because you're a slow burn. So what are you talking about? So anywho, he says that he wants a friendship that can turn into a relationship at some point. Okay. That is what he's saying he wants. Ace says that he's no longer going to be pursuing Miss Amaya. He's not interested. He says he told her that they could be cool and they just friends and that's it. Okay. Ace, Ace, you be pissing me off, okay? I need you to figure out what it is that you want. You went through all of this when you really could have just coupled up with Chelley. You really could have just coupled up with Chelley instead of wasting Amaya's time. But it's also given at the same time that we needed some drama. We needed some BS that was going on in the villa. And that was the reason he chose her, just so he could turn around and tell this girl, don't do this, don't do that. I don't like it when you this, I don't like it when you that. And I'm like, baby, you're doing too much. And did y'all catch? Because we got to get into this. She sat down with Hannah, and she says, yeah, things are a little rocky. And I'm gonna say this before we really get into this. Does Amaya's voice remind y'all of the girl that was on TikTok that would do like the little emojis or whatever? She would make the little sounds like, yummy, yummy, cowboy, yoo-hoo. She sounds just like that girl. And the girl is now, she went from TikTok to now being on Love and Hip Hop Miami. When you're not looking at the screen, child, they sound just alike. But anywho, so she says that they, things are a little rocky for them, but at this time, Ace is still her number one. Baby, did y'all catch how Hannah looked at her? Hannah wanted to laugh in her face, like, girl, what the hell is going on? Hannah said, I said, come on, Hannah. Hannah said, girl, just remember, honey. I just want you to remember, okay? Just remember that man just had you sitting up here crashing out about 2 days. After 2 days, he had you up here crashing out. I say, Hannah, you better know what the hell going on. You better know what's going on, Hannah. Amaya says that she's trying to understand him and his character, but she doesn't think that he's trying to understand hers. Amaya is now, listen now, she said, ooh, we not going to say babe around him no more. That to me means that you are now changing yourself to be around this man. That's what I hear. Okay. And I feel like you shouldn't have to do that. If you feel like you're trying to explain certain things to him, or if you find yourself trying to understand him and he's not trying to understand you, I just feel like that's a waste of time. Every time y'all have had a conversation since the recoupling, it's been like three strikes you're out for me because for three different conversations, he's been hurting your damn feelings. Like, girl, why are you trying to change yourself to fit into the mode of Ace? See, that's the SHI that, when Chelley was talking to him, he was like, oh, you want me to just give you the list so you could just check everything off? And she like, no, I'm not trying to be the perfect girl for Ace. Okay. I'm trying to be the perfect person for myself. And if it works out with us, then cool. But you got Miss Amaya over here trying to be the perfect person for Ace. No, ma'am. But she gonna learn real quick, okay? So Olandria and Jeremiah were talking. And I felt like this was interesting a little bit because I don't feel like I see Jeremiah talk to any of the other girls. I just don't recall him having any one-on-ones with anybody. So I was like, I can't recall, but I don't remember that. So I was a bit surprised when I saw Olandria and him sitting down chatting, and I'm like, okay, cool, all right. So he says he never talked to a girl that had kids before because he want the woman that he's gonna be with, he preferred for it to be their first kids together versus him being with somebody else that has kids. And Olandria asks, has his thoughts changed about pursuing her? And Jeremiah says, he doesn't know until they get out the villa. What? Did I hear that right? Huh? I didn't feel like that was a good response to what she said. Has your feelings changed towards her? And he's like, man, I don't know, until we get out the villa. Maybe he's saying, even though it still didn't sound right to me, I think the answer should have just been no. Like, I'm still rocking with her, I still fuck with her. But basically what he's saying is, I don't know. Like, when I meet her kid, like when we out in the villa, seeing how much she wants me to be involved in her kid's life, that may change the scope for me. Right. I don't know. Or maybe it may be what he said the other day. I don't know if your daughter gonna like me. I feel like that's an excuse that he's using, putting it off on him. Jeremiah's just not, that's what's gonna get on me. I just need Jeremiah to just be honest with himself and be honest with her too. Jeremiah gonna use other people as an excuse for how he feels instead of honoring how he feel and just telling her what the fuck it is, unless he telling her she gaslight him. Okay, child, Jeremiah's that's interesting. But also I feel like this was another indicator to me that he's playing the game. When you have Olandria asking, like, what's up? Like, are you still interested in pursuing her? Well, I don't know, what I'm saying, until, we get out the villa, until we outside the villa. I guess he means like when I see what real life is like, but then at the same time, it just makes me feel like you are still here for the game. Like that's what we doing. It's the game for him. So I found that to be real interesting when they played the game and who she chose as far as who she felt like was here for the game or here for, clout or whatever the case was. So I was like, okay, girl, got it. Um, let's keep going. So Olandria says that she almost went there too, with somebody that had a child, but she said she didn't because that baby mama and that baby daddy situation is a slippery slope. And then she also says that that person will always be connected to your person, and sometimes they may not even want to include you on situations that they may have going on. So I don't know, but just understand that if you decide to be with her, like, it's the entire package deal. Just be very clear with that, and it is what it is. Okay. He says, well, she said she gonna talk to Nick tomorrow so that I can have somebody that I could talk to. And she was like, well, good. I'm glad that you're gonna be able to have a guy's perspective, because you need to hear what the guys are thinking. But I'm kind of like, what made him go with Nick though? As much as Taylor told her, like, I feel like all the guys come to me, this person come to me, that person come to me for advice. I really feel like honestly, Nick is the person everybody goes to talk to. So I mean, I guess he is the more mature one. Give me 1 second, you guys. I feel like he's the more mature one. But let's keep going. Okay. Yes, 1000%. CBNI 23. I feel the same way as you, and I'm gonna mention that towards the end of the review once we get to the bottom portion, y'all. So Austin, and Shelly. So he let Shelly know that he likes her so much. He likes her so much, and he isn't trying to put pressure on her. Like, he really, really likes her. He feels weird seeing her with Ace, right? He wants her to figure out what's up with that. Kind of like what Sierra told Nick, like, I want you to, get all of that out of your system so you pretty much clear when it comes to, whether you want to be with me or not. Y'all, Austin and Shelly, it's just not, I feel like it's being forced. I know, like, y'all, the way she shows up around Ace, the energy, the chemistry, the way she looks at him is so completely different than Austin. And I understand they're two different men and it should be different. But at the same time, it just does not hit like that. And I think she's forcing herself to like him because in her head, maybe this is what the universe is trying to tell me or something. And it's like, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. I don't think he's into her. I think he's just trying to lock in a connection so he can make sure he stays longer on the show. Right. So he did tell her that he feels himself pulling back from her emotionally because he's not trying to get hurt. That's what he says. And she tells him that she likes him and she's not trying to hurt him. And it sounds like she said she was glad. Did y'all catch that? Because I had my captions on and I'm like, are you saying you were glad? You were mad? Which one was it? I'm thinking she said she was glad that Ace did not pick her because they don't have the same thing that she and Austin have. Like they have, I guess she feels deeper conversations with Austin versus Ace, because Ace does appear like he got like a wall up. Ace acts as though you have to go through a complete obstacle course. Ace acts like you have to go through the military training to get to his heart, okay? And not even get to his heart, just to get to know something about him. You got to go through a whole, it's too much. Let's just talk. Let's just have a conversation, okay? It shouldn't be that difficult, Ace. I don't know what he's been through that he got this wall up and stuff, or who made him feel uncomfortable that he don't even want people to touch him. I feel like that's crazy to come on Love Island and feel that way. Just like we were side-eyeing Belle. Like, girl, you done came on this show and you try to give people a little peck on the cheek and you don't know what show you on. And then here he is, like, I don't really like that touchy, this or that. I need you to pick a side to stand on. And no. I need you to pick something. Cause you're a walking contradiction for me. Okay. Anywho, so Austin says that he isn't necessarily falling for Chelley, but he does feel like he could be more vulnerable with her. He's being very vulnerable with her, and that's a good thing. So I don't know, y'all. I don't see it with Austin, but maybe he is starting to like Chelley. Maybe, I guess, if you're in the villa for hours at a time, like, 24 hours, you're around these people all day, every day, then maybe he's developing something for her. I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. And it's crazy because I'm like, please send that man lady in. Please send his lady in. Whoever's supposed to be with us, send her in or send him out. But before you do any of that, send Chelley who needs to be there with her first, okay? But anywho, Jeremiah and Huda talk. So she asked him about sitting at the bar, and him not pursuing other people. I guess he said he not pursuing other people, but at the same time, they not closed off, right? So she's getting mixed signals from that. She's a little confused. And he says that he isn't, but he can't tell her that it will never be somebody that will come along that he's not attracted to. Right. And I'm like, just the fact that he's willing to keep it open should be enough to let you know that you should keep your options open. Like, duh. So then she says, so should I start pursuing other people? He's like, this one thing Jeremiah loves to do. Jeremiah loves to, like the little meme of the white man that be blinking. He's like, he loved doing that. Like, you heard what the she says, her. So he over there like, wait, where you get that from? Like, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I just feel like it's the first week. We really shouldn't be pressuring each other or anything like that. I'm just open to, get to know other people or whatever. But I've been showing you that I'm still here with you. Like, I'm locked in with you. I can't. So she's starting to notice how he's talking, and she is noticing that it is alarming because he's saying something, but he's doing the opposite. You locked in with me, you're not pursuing nobody else, but you don't want to close this off. Then that seems like you're waiting for something better to come into the villa, right? And then I think he's also doing that because sometimes guys are, how can I say it? Basically, him not saying he's closed off, meaning that he's open with the relationship or the situation, means that when he steps out and he starts pursuing somebody else, you can't get mad because he said that we were open. That's what he's doing. That's pretty much what that is. Okay. So she can't give it, but it's no way around it. She's gonna be mad either way it go. So it is what it is. And honestly, at this point, I don't think that she should keep asking him, what are we doing? Are we closed off? Are we not? I think you should just do your thing. Get around there, get to know each other, get to know other people. And when he was talking to Huda at this time, and I didn't see it how Olandria was seeing it at first. That's not how I was looking at it until she said it. And when she said that, no, I feel like Jeremiah tells her he's not interested in nobody in the effort to keep her uninterested in other people. And I saw it in this moment. He tells her what he needs her to know to keep her close, but he's going to still be open to explore and get to know other people and expect her not to get mad because they already had a conversation about the fact that they open. So we'll see. I am at a place where I'm like, go and bring somebody else in there for her too. Go and bring somebody else in there for her because I got a feeling that Jeremiah think ain't nobody else going to be interested in her because she's a mom. And they're going to fuck around and send a bombshell ass man in there That's a dad. That's gonna be crazy, girl. Mm-mm. But I need their situation to be shook up for sure. I think if I had to choose Shelley getting a new man or Huda and Jeremiah being shook up, I'm with Jeremiah and Huda being shook the fuck up. And I want it to come from a side of her having a person. Like, I feel like we've seen her crash out a bit. Let's see Jeremiah as crash out. Bring somebody in. Bring somebody in for her. Okay? Even though the people ready for her to get the hell out the house. Anywho, so yeah, so he says that he is with her until the wheels fall off, and if that happens, as far as him being interested in somebody else, they'll pretty much make that decision when it comes. And he says that he's not trying to lie, but he can't say that no way that no one that in no way possible that somebody will come in and he wouldn't be attracted to him. And she asked, yeah, we talked about that, if he should speak, if she should talk to other folks or whatever like that. He feels like he's shown her that he's interested, and she says, I mean, and you're doing a good job, you don't have to try hard, you're doing a good job. And he says, oh, I don't like when you talk like that. When that man told this woman that, and when she said you're doing a great job, you're doing a good job, you're doing a good job, when she told this man that he doing a great job, and that man turned around and said, bitch, don't talk to me like that. I don't like how you talking to me, okay, because I'm not your child, okay, don't talk to me like that. I said, yup, there it is right there, people. Jeremiah is now searching for reasons to let that go. Ever since she told this man that she was a mother, I feel like he has found reasons to be triggered by anything she says and does. It's giving a little piece of ace. Okay, it's giving a little bit. Don't talk like that. Don't say that. Don't call me that. Don't do that. Ah, that's terrible, girl. Okay. Then he gonna tell me, so you sound like you talking to your kid or a dog or something. And I said, well, wait a minute. One, she is a mom. She does have a kid. And two, you are giving dog. Okay. Understand? So if she's talking to you like that, like a dog, then she might be on point, Mr. Cheetah. Yeah, she might be on point with that. So then she says, you want to shower together? He says no, because you're rude. Okay. He says, and see, you tired. I don't even like talking to you when you tired because really, girl, you be trying to gaslight me. What? 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 Gaslight? Who said that? Gaslight? Huda needs to run. Huda needs to run. Girl, you need to run. Girl, you need to run. She says, well, when you start claiming me, where do we even get claiming, man? He just called you a gaslighter. And you're over here talking about how he needs to claim you. Are you okay? And then the boy gonna turn around when she say you need to claim. He said, I've been claiming you. I've been claiming you from the beginning. How many dudes pulled you for a chat? I said, oh, what? This went left. How do we even get here? This went left. What? And you know what type of claiming she talking about, but the dudes ain't gonna talk to her because of whatever y'all got going on, and she feel like she don't need to talk to nobody because she's so locked in on you. But okay, child. Okay. That's crazy. So he don't like when you say certain things to him. He don't like talking to you when you tired because you gaslight him. And it's just gonna be more things coming up. Does anybody else wonder if they smoke weed in the villa? I do. I do. I do. I wonder. Yes, I do. And I say that because Huda looks high a lot at night. Now I don't know if she be tired or if she done smoked on a little piece or something. Okay? Because the way the eyes be like, girl, I don't know if Huda about to fall asleep. I don't know what time they call nighttime out there. But when Huda was talking to Ace tonight, I said, oh, my girl, hi, what's going on, love? She tired. But anywho, so Ace wants to plan a yoga day, and we didn't know who it was for at first. But I was thinking that it probably was going to be for Amaya, being that she did that yoga day with old boy. And I'm like, okay, here you go, finna play with this girl again. But no, Ace meant when he said it, like, I'm not gonna pursue her. So the yoga date was definitely going to be for Chelley. Now, Ace is very funny, and like I say, a walking contradiction. Like, I'm so confused because you don't like touchy feely stuff, but you went out of your way to go to Shelley's bed to hug her before she went to sleep. What? Okay. And then let me tell y'all another thing I clocked. Amaya saw it. When Amaya saw it, she did this little heart thing, right? And I said, Amaya, I get it. Amaya, baby, I think I'm not going to say you jealous of Chelley or you insecure when it comes to Chelley, but it's something about it. And I feel like that ever since you were chosen by Ace and when Chelley was chosen by Austin and she sat next to him and they were talking and rubbing and she put her hands on his knee, you were watching her very closely for some reason. And then you put your hand on Ace's knee after you saw her put her hand on Austin's knee. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, if you do you admire her? You want to be like her? Like what is that? Is something did anybody else peep that? Mm-mm. So she asked him like if he gonna give her a hug tonight. Girl, did y'all not just get into it? And you asked him if he gonna give you a hug tonight. That boy said, no, I'm straight. Out of respect. Hell no. Like, no, it's not going down. Oh, well. So the next morning, we learned that Ace was doing everything for Chelley. He had told Nick, like, I need you to help me set up this yoga date or whatever. So Amaya starts showing her ass right out the gate. Do you hear me? Amaya starts snapping immediately. Like, I got something to say. I need to have a conversation with Chelley because I'm a little confused because I had ran over there to you and I was crying all in your arms about this man and you know how you was treating me and stuff. And you was taking it all in and you was listening to me and everything. And I don't really know if you was just getting that as a piece of advice or you were just taking those notes in so you could use them for yourself at a later time. Like, I don't really know what you had going on, but I really don't like it. And Amaya I'm not Amaya, but Chelley trying to talk and she ain't letting the girl talk. She's not letting the girl talk. But when she was able to get a little piece in, she was like, well, my connection, I genuinely have a connection with Austin. And I really like Austin. And the girl's like, Amaya's like, but, you was over there hugging Ace that night. Saying y'all be over there talking and stuff. So I don't really know what's going on. I was just trying to figure out what it really is because he done put boundaries around me. But I see all the boundaries that drop when it comes to you. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. But all that touchy feelings, I can't do none of that shit, okay? I can't even call him babe. But I know you can. Like, she really was pressed about that. She was mad as hell for real. And girl, Chelley is just like, girl, I'm trying to talk to you. Like, I mean, you already knew what it was when you signed up. Like, yes, I'm genuinely building a connection with Austin, but at the same time, I'm not closed off. I'm open. And if me and Ace want to get to know each other, that's what it is that we gonna do. Like, why is you over here trying to beat up on me? Like, why are you trying to fight me, girl? And she just kept cutting her off. I did not like this though. I didn't like for Chelley to say that she had a genuine connection with Austin because I don't think it's genuine, y'all. I don't. I was like, girl, can you just stop? Can you stop? So, anywho, Amaya says that Ace made it known that he was open and he didn't tell her that who he was still open to or something like that. And I'm like, but he doesn't have to tell you who he's interested in if he's open. I mean, if you guys were like Nick and Sierra, then maybe he needs to tell you that he's still interested in Belle-A, but Nick didn't have to tell Sierra that because she already knew that it was Belle-A. And Sierra already knew that before she came into the villa, which means that you also knew that before you came into the villa. So you knew that if he was interested in anybody, it was going to be Chelley. Why did you need him to tell you that it was Chelley specifically that he was still interested in? Like, Amaya, your crash out is crazy. You thought that pretty face and them pretty eyes was going to be enough to just hook, line, and sinker him in. You thought that you was going to be the bombshell and bombing harder because, girl, y'all ain't finna like what I'm finna say. Y'all not finna like what I'm finna say, but it's definitely giving a different hue, if you know what I'm saying. You thought that your hue may have been a little better than her hue because your hue was lighter and so are your eyes. That's how I'm feeling that you was thinking. And you now seeing that you ain't got it like that. Okay? Child, she couldn't take that hand. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I didn't like that she won't let my girl Chelley talk. Amaya kept talking over her, but then she cuts her off at some point and she sat up there talking about some thanks for listening to me, girl. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. Thanks for hearing me, Chelley, because I definitely heard you. And I'm like, did you hear her, heifer? Girl, it would have got real loud up in that bitch. I'm telling y'all, it would have got a little, I felt like, first of all, Cordell, damn, you ain't even much had let me talk. That's literally what it was giving. You ain't even much had let me talk. And I don't know if it was anybody else, but when Amaya and Ace got out there on the dock, Was anybody else feeling like Amaya was trying to have a moment like last year? Like, pipe down, man. It's not that deep. You're only 2 days in, girl. You barely can make it to 72 hours and you over here tripping out. Let her trip her ass up out that villa, though. Yeah. Let her trip the hell up out of here. Because all the other girls are likable for the most part. So let her trip up out of here. Anywho, Olandria and Ace talk. So she coming downstairs. He's like, Olandria, what's going on? And she's like, oh, honey, I don't like telling people business, child. That's not something that I do, but I give you a little piece of hint. Okay, your two girls up there, it's a little heated up there. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what the hell going on, but I'll tell you this, you need to be transparent with your people. Be a little more transparent with your people, okay? And I'm just like, but he was transparent. And I hate that maybe Olandria didn't ask further questions, but I hate that, what's the girl name? Amaya had y'all thinking that it was more than what it was. I hate that. You need to be more transparent. He was transparent. Ain't nobody tripping but Amaya. But anywho, I guess. So he's like, should I cancel breakfast? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, why? Why breakfast got to get canceled? We ain't got to cancel that. We do not have to cancel that. But anywho, that's what was going on. So Chelley and Austin and Jeremiah are talking, and she tells them about Ace wanting to work out with her when she was trying to make breakfast or whatever for Austin. And I caught you, Chelley. You tried to make it seem like you really was going to still make that breakfast and stuff for Austin, knowing you dropped that damn breakfast like a bad habit because you was going to go change them clothes and work out with Ace. It was giving fuck your breakfast. Fuck that breakfast. Okay? Fuck Austin. Let me get on this yoga mat with this man. That's what it was given to me. But anywho, so she just started snapping out over Ace or whatever. And Austin feels like this Ace drama is helping him because he feels like it's only driving Chelley more closer to him because, she don't like that drama. Or does she? So Amaya and Ace, so they get ready to pull. They get ready to go out on a dock and have a conversation. All right, can we get the likes up? Give me 1 second. Let's get the likes up some more. Shout out to the people that's in the chat. And we're about to get to the part with Amaya and Ace. So he tells her how this combo is going to go. Baby, did y'all catch how that man walked out there? So let me tell you how this conversation finna go. Yeah. So how this finna go is, you know what I'm saying? You gonna talk and I'm gonna talk. Ain't nobody finna be interrupting nobody. We're gonna both say what it is we gotta say. All that cutting off, we ain't doing none of that. Okay, who do you think you are? Like, and I'm still gonna say what I gotta say though. Like, I don't know. Did you think that was supposed to be sexy or something? But I guess so. Ace, soon as she starts talking though, Ace cuts her off. But I thought we wouldn't cut people off though. But you cut her off as soon as she started talking. Yeah. So he wanted to clarify when she says, I've been over here trying to respect your boundaries and stuff. He said, yeah, but we said we was gonna be friends, right? Oh, okay. He wanted to make sure he got that out. Like, yeah, let's be clear, friends, right? Yeah, yeah, friends. Yup, bet. Okay, want to make sure we clear on that. So, she's getting herself upset or whatever, and he trying to talk, and she just keep cutting him off. Right? He cut her off once and then he let her talk and she just went and go. And you told me that you were, still open getting to know somebody, but you never told me who the person was. You never told me that you were still open to getting to know Chelley and this, that, and the other. And he like, see, man, you ain't even finna be yelling at me. So they, they had been trying to have a conversation. Let me tell y'all something. The way that woman kept cutting him off, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, I would have walked off on her ass. I'm not gonna hold you. She would have been on that dock still hollering. Cause I would have left. I ain't even got to talk, cause I already told you. You ain't even much had let me talk. Okay? And I don't even much want to talk no more. We ain't got anything to talk about. Okay? So he tells her all that yelling, I ain't hear nothing you said. But if you didn't hear before, let me be very clear. I'm not interested in you. I'm not trying to pursue nothing with you. I'm not trying to get to know you no more. I'm done. Like, we good. We see each other, or at least you see me. I don't see you. But whatever it is, I ain't got time. So then he says, go get to know more people. No, she said, well, then I'm cool on you. Like, I'm not trying to get to know you. He said, thank you. I appreciate it. No, he didn't. Thank you. I appreciate that. Go explore the other people. Get to know the other people in the house. Baby, if that ain't some F-boy S-H-I, if that's not some SHI, Ooh, Ace really know how to get the people, don't he? And it's crazy because I do feel like in the real world that will make a girl want him more because they see him as a challenge and conquering of some sort or whatever like that. I don't know. But I think that he thinks that will work in the real world. But for her, he meant what the hell he said for her though. For her, he meant that. He meant that. Ooh, child, she didn't know how to take that, man. She had to put them glasses on because she was for the crowd. But did y'all catch how when she was talking? She was snapping so hard she damn near lost her footing. She was like, cause that I said, baby girl, I don't know what else to say. She's just so upset, ready to get all her words out that she's slipping up. Why? It was too funny though. So Jeremiah and Nick are having a conversation, and Jeremiah is looking for a reason to be out on Huda. That's just how I feel right out the gate. He's searching for like something else. I gotta build up. Like that's a boy tendency too, where they'll find all of these different things to make you the issue for them to go out and do what they do. Whether it's I don't want to mess with you no more, and I'm not trying to give you the real reason why, or whether it's I'm gonna create an argument so that we could break up for a week. I can go off and do what I do and smash these other girls and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's toxic. That's manipulative. It's just it's not a good look, okay, for a partner. Jeremiah is looking, like I said, for a reason to let her go, and he says he can't take it no more. Baby, that's all we need to hear. I can't take it no more. That's what he said, and he means what he said. And I feel like he could have been getting to that place. And when she told him about the child, that sent him overboard. I think that like really was like, yup, I'm done. Like I was already like a little, but then I don't know what made him still say something about winning the whole competition though. I mean, he said that because that's what it really was for him, about winning the competition, but he is tired of her. So he says that he can't take it anymore, and he feels like she treats him like a kid. He says it's weird. She say weird SHI. I don't like it. He feels like if she takes out those comments, they'll be good. Only reason why he said if she take out those comments, they'll be good was I feel like he doesn't want Nick to know wholeheartedly how he truly feels about wanting to be done with her. And I feel like Jeremiah understands that this is still a competition, because when Nick said, "Oh, that's y'all first argument," he was like, "Yeah, but if she take out them comments, like we'll be good though." And I'm like, you didn't want Nick to see the cracks for real, to where him and old girl may step up and be the best couple or something. I don't know. It was something like we ain't breaking up though. Like she just take them comments out, we'll be good. But you just said that you couldn't take no more. So which one is it? You can't take no more. Or can you? Because I'm believing what you said the first time until your homeboy said, "Oh, y'all first argument." And that's because he's seeing that the friend is seeing the cracks in the situation. To me, that's what I'm thinking. He's seeing the cracks in the situation. So you had to remind him, like, no, we still good. She take them comments out, like, we straight. Like, yeah, nah. You said what you said, and you meant that earlier on. Okay, you tired of her. It's all right. So Olandria and Amaya are talking, and was it Amaya? Not Amaya, but Ace. So Olandria and Ace are talking, and he says that he's pretty much over the situation with Amaya. He said he not finna let it like affect his mood too much more, so he cool on it. He is disappointed that his date got messed up with Chelley though. That's what he's disappointed about. So he's watching her have this chat with Austin. That's forced. Y'all saw Austin ask this girl if she wanted to go do some yoga, go do something like meditation, and then he trying to show her the bow and arrow. Like it was so awkward. It just was not like I'm like. Then you get his same bow and arrow to Amaya. Like, I mean, granted, it is a meditation move or whatnot, but at the same time, I'm like, did you just show the same shit to Amaya, Austin? Okay, but anywho, that's how I guess he connects, right? It's starting with meditation. Let me get your mind right and stuff or whatever. But it just I'm not seeing it. So Ace come over there, as cute as he want to be, as sly as he wants to be, and he's trying to pull her for a chat. All right. He said, I really want to let her know how much I really care about her. And I'm like, okay, let me tell y'all, Ace is gonna start laying it thick on Chelley. And I don't know if I like it or not. I like it for Chelley if Chelley likes it, but then at the same time, I don't, because I feel like the time that you could have had her with you, you chose to be with that girl and it didn't work out. And now you over here trying to come back to my girl in her face. But then I feel like the reason you chose Amaya was to put some type of fear in the heart of Chelley, as if, oh, she should show you more attention, because if not, she could find herself in jeopardy of going home or some shit. I don't know. But now you're seeing that she's not gonna chase you like that. You still gonna have to be that nigga that come up on her. And I like that. I like that she makes you have to do that. Right? So he pulls up on her and they're chatting or whatever. Austin did not like that at all. Austin was sick about it because you could tell like the chemistry is just so different from when they was playing the game to how Ace finna start showing up on next episode, just walking up to this girl, licking up on her like, babe, Ace, are you okay? Ace, didn't you say that's not the type of person that you are? I'm confused on who you really are. You don't want nobody touching up on you, but it's okay for you to go and lick on a woman's chest. Ace has more learning to do when it comes to boundaries. Your boundaries can't be crossed, but Shelly's are okay to be crossed. I am so confusion. Like, is there a conversation that's gonna be happening between the both of y'all? And you're gonna sit up there and say, "I'll lick you on your chest," and she say, "Do it." Like, what's going? Because her face in the previews looks surprised. So Ace, I don't even know if I want Chelley to really be with you. Like, I guess like play the game with you for the rest of the season, but beyond this season, like, I don't want y'all to be together because you fake. You be fake. It's giving. I'm wondering if you did reality TV before, because I feel like you know what to do. You know what people look for in television or something. I don't know. But it's something off with you. You contradictory man, you. So Sierra said, y'all, did y'all hear this? Sierra says STDs only came about because men couldn't keep their zicks out of animals. Did y'all hear what that woman said? Why I believe her? I know this ain't got nothing to do with that thing. I don't even know why they put it in the episode, but baby, when I tell y'all, I believe what she's saying. And then you had the other person, I don't know, I think it was Hannah saying Christopher Columbus had sex with a manatee or something like that. And I had looked that up and I said, now did he really? What is that? And they said, well, there's nothing to confirm that to be true. However, okay, he did confuse a manatee for a mermaid. But you ain't confused no motherfucking manatee or however you say it with no got mermaid. So if he got the touchy and feely with that animal, he knew what he was doing. You knew that with no motherfucking mermaid. And I don't think that he was like actually did that with no man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a big old animal. Like, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, child, it's just some weird stuff going on out here. But so let's get back to Ace and Shelly. So he tells Shelly about the convo that he had with Amaya and how things went, and basically the result of everything is that it's over, it's done. Okay. Why I'm thinking about Beyonce, it's over and done. Oh, anywho, so he thinks he and Shelly have, I guess, the best communication skills and stuff when they're in the house, and he does apologize after he learned that he kind of had her upset and stuff. So he apologizes to her for that, and they just had some small talk and stuff like that. So we'll see where it's gonna go. I question who Shelly is going to pick when that time comes. Now they are saying that we will get to vote. Bombshells are coming, so I'm guessing bombshells are gonna come on Thursday, and we're probably kicking somebody off on Friday, right? Because I went to the app and I think they said something about getting ready to vote. Did y'all vote tonight? I may have missed voting, but it said it's almost time to vote. So I don't think that we voted yet, but I think that it may be coming up on. Did y'all vote tonight? It may be coming up on Thursday, possibly. And then people will get kicked out on Friday or something. But we may not find out who really getting kicked out till Sunday. Who knows? But okay, so no vote tonight. Okay, so maybe it'll be Thursday. But I am geared up and ready to go. I just have to remember, because sometimes I'll be finished with the episode like after, way later than when it's over. So I don't want to miss voting. But anywho, Austin and Olandria. So he really likes Chelley, and he feels like Ace and Chelley look good together. And he wonders if they look good together, like Ace and her do. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't. No, y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all don't look good. Y'all don't. Not like them two do. No. See, you may look better with Hannah. Maybe, but not with her. So she tells him to keep applying the pressure and get creative. I'm like, I guess while she's sitting up there talking about some, she really likes you. I beg to differ. Anywho, he gets a text, and it's time for them to play a game called Pucker or Pie. And let me just run through these real quick. Nick thinks Olandria is the best kisser. Hannah believes Austin would be the most basic in the bedroom. I said, come on, Hannah, because I said Austin too, girl, when you sat up there and called. I know we on the same page. Chelley thinks Ace regrets coupling up with his current partner. Taylor thinks Chelley would be the freakiest in the bedroom. Sierra thinks Ace is there for clout over love. And I'm like, you need to look at your man. Well, no, that was Sierra that said that. I'm over here thinking about Huda. Jeremiah thinks Huda is the most high maintenance. Olandria believes that Jeremiah would fake his relationship to make it to the finals. I said, see, Olandria, ooh, girl, you prove yourself every episode to be my top. Do you hear me? To be my top. When I tell y'all, before we even saw an episode, I was like, I'm Team Olandria. Like, I'm already like, that's my girl. I don't know nothing about her. Don't know who she is, what she do, and she has been at the top of my list. Okay, how I feel right now, she gonna make it to the finals, baby. Okay, like she the realest. I hate it. She the realest mother in the room. Like she the realest one in the room for me. But yeah, so she believes that Jeremiah would fake his relationship to make it to the finals. I don't know how she clocked that, but she knew. Amaya thinks Nick is the most boring. I'm hollering. I feel like Amaya just wanted to kiss Nick because Austin is definitely giving the most boring. Charlie thinks Amaya, and he called her Amira. Why you call this lady Amira? Y'all heard the ad libs. Who's Amira? Oh my God. He feels like she's the most flirtatious. Huda thinks Ace is secretly waiting for someone else to walk in. I said, no, BIT, that's your man. That's your man. That's definitely yours. So Ace thinks Huda has a secret vendetta against him. And he told old boy, like, your girl pissed me off. Like, I don't really like that. Like, I feel like she was trying to call me out about stuff because she was avoiding telling her real thoughts about people and who she really felt was this or that. He wasn't wrong. He was not wrong. So Amaya thinks people kept calling her and Ace out. And I'm like, they were. And I'm now that I think about it, they could have been calling y'all out to avoid because y'all were like the only couple that's really like on the outs and not really feeling each other. So I'm sure they called on y'all more to not affect the other couples in the house. So they just chose to pick on y'all a little bit. Nick thinks Austin gives big zick energy. And they kissed. I think Nick kissed him on the cheek. That was funny. Taylor thinks Amaya trying too hard. So she felt the way about that. Sierra thinks Chelley gives red flags, but she just wanted to kiss on our bra. Okay, so they kissed it down. Ace thinks Chelley has the nicest smile. That kiss, Austin, pack it up, baby. Pack it up. Pack your bags. Pack them up quickly. Thank you. Because the way they kissed each other and she put that leg up on him and then he grabbed and lifted her up and they was kissing Wissy with the issy bissy. I said, ooh, there is no competition. And he over there looking like, dang, this Austin, dang, we ain't even kissed like that. I haven't even had a kiss like that with her, and you won't get it. The passion is not there, love. You won't get it. Okay? But they was kissing down. I was so here for that. I said, listen. Now, Ace, you be pissing me off. But for my girl to have a good time, because she ain't here for a long time. Okay. Get it in. Don't regret nothing when you leave that villa. Do what you gonna do. So Austin thinks Hannah is most likely to cheat outside the villa. But he just wanted to kiss Hannah to show his skills. Okay? So he grabbed on Hannah and kissed her down, child. But anywho, let's keep going. So, of course, the girls go and chat afterwards, and Amaya is confused on what trying too hard means. And Chelley said, well, sure, I think trying too hard is when you try too hard to keep the person that you with. I said, I know that's fucking right, girl. Because that's exactly what she was doing. You know what trying too hard mean. You know that. So Amaya says she'll get her clarification from Tay Tay. And Shelly like, girl, who the hell is Tay? Who is Tay Tay? Taylor? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay then. Okay. So she says, God forbid a girl crashes out. Yes. Please forbid her from crashing out anymore because she's done enough. Huda now says that she feels bad for Ace. Girl, you don't feel bad. But you see Ace ain't fucking with you. That's what's going on. So the guys are chatting and Taylor says that he didn't care for Amaya's kiss. He didn't think it was a good kiss or whatever like that. But he said that he was trying to help Ace out or whatever. You know, he was trying to, get one back for Ace. So Ace says that Huda pissed him off and he felt like she was scared to say real names. And Nick is hinting at Huda being a fraud. But did y'all catch when Nick was like, hiding info? Jeremiah like, what you mean? What you mean high info? I don't know if he was looking like she told you or, because I want to have a conversation with you or she told you like, how the hell, what the hell going, you finna let it out? Like, what's going on? Child, Jeremiah Jones, what you mean? He said, and not being forthcoming, baby, Nick was slick clocking her tea, but I don't think Huda has had that conversation with him yet. I feel like somebody else could have hinted and told Nick what. I think everybody in the villa probably know at this point. I think everybody in the villa knows that this girl is a mom, and she just knows that they're not gonna say nothing until she comes to them. But Nick definitely knows, because why else would he say that? Why else would he sit up there and say that? So, anywho, he says he can't tell when she's into Jeremiah and when she's not. And I said, that's so insane that y'all would say that about her and not about y'all boy. Because Ace, Nick, the person that you're so close with, Ace has been clocking his teeth for the fucking longest. Ace done went to everybody having a one-on-one conversation about Jeremiah and Huda because he's seeing that some shit is not authentic over there. So how is it that you get that Huda is the one that shows that she's interested but not interested when really those are the vibes of Jeremiah? And when it comes to who's being fake, Ace has been clocking Jeremiah is the one that's fake and not authentic. And he not wrong, really. But what it is that Nick has information on her that he slick want to let it out. He slick want to let it out, but he can't. Because he don't know who all know when really I feel like everybody know. So Jeremiah says, the guys, they were just saying some things about how to, they didn't really know if she's here for me, if she's not here for me, or what's really going on. It really hurt my feelings. I was like, boy, shut up. Shut up. So Huda pulls Ace for a chat. She come over there, pull an Ace for a chat. Y'all know what I ain't think about. Towards the end of the episode, when Jeremiah was in his feelings, it's a few things I'm wondering, and we'll get back to it. But one, I wonder if he could have felt the way that she pulled Ace for a chat, knowing that she likely pulled Ace for a chat because he was feeling away. You know what I'm saying? She felt bad for him. Maybe he could have felt like, what y'all over there talking about? And maybe also it could have been coupled with what the guys were saying because they're telling you they can't tell when she's into you and when she's not. So maybe it could have been like, well, damn, are you more into Ace than you are into me? Let the guys tell it what's really going on. Thanks, Britt, for the super chat. Chelley know what trying too hard is because she trying too hard to act like she likes Austin and pursue Ace, and she know Ace ain't for real. You right about that. Thank you for the super chat. She definitely trying too damn hard with the person she with, for sure. So yeah, Huda pulls Ace for a chat, and he tells her that he doesn't like the cracking of the jokes, right? And I said, well, wait a minute, Ace. Wait a minute, my baby. Come back and have a seat. No, have a seat. Sit down. Let's talk. Why is it that you can dig and dig and dig at Jeremiah even if you're not wrong? Why is it that when you guys did the kissing game with the blindfolds on, and they were trying to figure out who kissed who, and Taylor said it was either Olandria or Huda, and you laughed in the old boy's face because you felt like it was Huda kissing you? Why is it okay for you to play games but nobody else can play them? What is that about? So we don't give a damn if you're mad, really. Okay. So he talking about he can't take the cracking jokes or whatever. And he says that he felt like she was digging at something. And then she apologizes. And she said she was going to pick him or Amaya, but she didn't want to kiss Amaya. She'd rather kiss him and all of that. So all I could think about, honestly, when Huda was talking was, are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Are you single? I heard you fucked your girl. Is it true? Okay. That's all. It was giving hell yeah, fucking right. Miss Girl could have been high. That's because the eyes was like, damn. So, anywho, Amaya walks over to the guys, and the baby, the way everybody was, oh shit. You know you a problem when everybody is walking, see you walking over, and everybody like getting uncomfortable. Like, oh damn, here we go. Oh, and I feel like she knew. She knew and knows the name that's going around about her in the villa. So much so that she was like, she took the approach with Tay Tay, Taylor, much differently than she would have. Because she was talking all that big talk with the ladies. I'm going to confront him. I'm going to this and that. What does that mean? But when she got over there with him, she didn't really have all of that. You know what I'm saying? She was pretty calm or whatever, you know? He tells her, because she was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, well, I feel like he was trying too hard face. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just felt like he was doing too much. He said that he was open to other people, but as soon as he explored other people and you weren't originally okay with it, you then decide to make it a problem. So I just think that that's not really cool. And she was like, oh, no, wait, it seems to be some confusion. And then she tells him about last night and how he's been acting, making it seem like he's not a touchy-feely person. You can't do this and that. I'm not going to hug you, do that. But then you turn around and you see him doing the very things with somebody else. You know, so it made her feel away. And she said she realized at the end of the day that she needs somebody that understands her. He needs somebody that understands him, and it's all good. And I said, okay, that's interesting. She must have learned how somebody must have told her how she's looking to the villa, because that approach that she took with Taylor was so different than what I thought she was going to be giving him. And like everybody else thought, because of course everybody was like exhaling hard, like, oh, here we go. So Jeremiah starts acting real funny with Huda. So she comes over there, right? And he just like not even trying to be bothered. Head down as I watch my feet take turns hitting the ground. Okay. So he got his head down, then he looked back up at her like thumbs up, like, yep, real weird activity. So Huda asked him to come talk to her. And he goes. You could tell he didn't want to go, but he goes over there. And I just feel like he's playing the game of I'm sick of you, but I'm gonna use what the guy said as an excuse um to hide how I really feel. Like I'm really sick tired of you. Right. And I feel like when you all in, okay, I got to use Cordell as an example, right? When you're all in on your person, it ain't shit nobody else can really tell you about your person, right? But if you're not all in on your person, anything a person says to you about your person can easily make you question things because you already don't feel comfortable with them. That's what it is. But he's using it like, oh, my friend said this about you. I don't like that they said that or whatever. Like, no, you don't like her for real. So Huda asked him, no, so he said he not trying to talk to her. And he says it has nothing to do with her, but it does have something to do with her. If the guys are sitting up there talking about her, then it very well and very much so has something to do with her. Hello. So Austin says, the guys got it. Austin said, y'all got in his head. Y'all got in his head. Then Nick said, maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I probably did. You right. You know you did. So Huda says the fact that he acts that way based on what they said is reasons why she don't want to tell them nothing. I understand that from her perspective because she's not seeing it how we're seeing it. So Jeremiah, like I just put, I just made a note that he's tired of her and he using the guys. That's just pretty much it. And the episode pretty much goes off from there, and then we get the trailer. So we'll see how that's gonna play out. Okay. It's still gonna be more of a triangle with who is it? Chelley and Ace and Austin. And we're gonna get some bombshells. So it's not gonna come on well, today's Wednesday now, so it's not going to come on Wednesday night, but it'll be back on Thursday night. I likely won't give you guys my review until Friday because I am a part of a panel called the Ooh Ladies First Panel, and we talk about a lot of different hot topics as well as reality shows and stuff, not Love Island, but yeah, so I'll be over on Niecy Dixon's channel on Thursday, so you guys won't get that video until Friday. But I wanted to hop on live today to just chat about it, especially after I saw how Amaya snapped and crashed out on my girl Chelley, and then tried to turn around and crash out on Ace. And it was tragic because she just misunderstood a lot of stuff. And to think that Chelley owed you something to let you know that she's still interested in Ace, like, you've seen the show, you know who she's interested in, right? Taylor is pretty bland, I have to say. Now because Huda basically said that Jeremiah can only talk to her, not the boys. Yikes. Baby, the way she sat her ass up there and he said he need to talk to the guys or talk to another, get a guy's perspective. She said she'll talk to Nick. Not you telling him that you don't mind him talking to people about it, but then turn around and choose the person he could talk to. That's controlling. That's controlling. Yeah, that's controlling. When Jeremiah is off of Huda, he's gonna go all out, baby. And it's gonna be weird because I do think they have a strong sexual chemistry. You know, they clearly be taking showers together. So when she made that joke talking about something, hi, we had sex, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Okay. But not on that date, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I feel like they have a strong sexual connection with each other. So I think that's gonna be something that's gonna always draw him back to her in a sense. It's gonna have to be somebody else that's gonna come along and really like be what he's looking for. Okay, prettier than her, given the Latina like she is, no children, you know, got the sex appeal and just looks like a better fit. And if so, it's gonna suck for Miss Girl. It's gonna suck. Um yeah, Huda is giving controlling, y'all. She really is. Um Shelley is not too bright. Ace chose someone else, and knowing full well she could have been sent home. I wish Austin had chosen Belle-A. Yeah, very true. And that's what pisses me off with him. It's not so much as, I mean, the biggest thing is just knowing a girl could have went home. If this is a person you saying you interested in, and you put her in jeopardy to go home, all because you trying to play some type of cat mouse game or whatever, I can't. Only for you to go back to that person, and now you want to lay it on thick. And see, this is where I have to question Ace, because I don't know if he's being genuine, because now you want to go back and put all your marbles in to show how interested in her you are. But I feel like he knows that it's about to be the girl's turn to make a decision. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about that, but it's gonna be real interesting, Ace. And let me tell you why. Because the two bombshells that's about to come, I thoroughly believe there are about to be two guys. Y'all just brought us two girls, Hannah and Amaya. Now it's time for two guys. So we gonna see who those guys are coming for. And I want them to be some black guys. Okay? Black, both black, or black and one that's not white. Okay. Or let me say this, more importantly, guys that are into black women and women of color. That's what I want to see. Let me switch that around and be very clear, because you could get them in and then they'll be like Jeremiah, where they only interested in that, you know what I'm saying, person. I'm gonna need the new bombshells to bombshell. I'm gonna need them to let us choose who the bombshells are going to be. So while y'all sitting around on Wednesday not dropping no episode, y'all could be telling us to get on the app and decide which bombshells we want to go in. At least give us four people and let us choose the two. At least. Okay? Damn. Make it more interesting. Let us choose who going in there. Last season, Casa Girl, Daniela, they sent in that prototype, and Huda will be crying for 40 days and 40 nights. Listen, she definitely will. She definitely will. She definitely will. She definitely will. I think I want to see their situation challenged as soon as possible, because they locked in too soon. And this is something that happens like every season. It's always a couple that gets locked in like too damn soon. I can't think of, was it Mackenzie? I don't know if y'all watched season 2. Mackenzie and old dude, they was together for a minute though. The people tried to break them up from season 2. Mackenzie and them, they ended up dating after the show was over. I think it was season 2. Um, it was Mackenzie and I don't know what that guy name was, but they were so cute. I thought Mackenzie was so cute. I actually liked their connection with each other. But yeah, and now of course it was Kayla and Aaron. I can't remember who it was the season that KK and Marco and them was on. But it's typically always somebody that comes in there and they like this. And honestly, y'all, those people never win. So that's funny to me. They never win the show. I feel like it's the people that have the ebbs and flows to their relationships that win the show. That's why I think they realize that when they go to Casa More and be like, I need to challenge our relationship. I need to challenge our relationship. But yeah. Connor. It was Mackenzie and Connor from the first season. I used to like Connor, baby. Mackenzie was cute. They was like this. But anywho. Yeah, those people never win when they first come in and they locked in on each other. So if I was Jeremiah, you might want to explore. And I feel like Ace may know that, which is why he does what he does when it comes to Chelley. Let me not connect with her right out the gate. Let me throw a curveball in there. He probably gonna throw another curveball in there for Casa Amor just to make it look like they going through something, knowing the whole time he's still gonna choose her in the end type thing, right? Because I feel like the people that got the ebbs and flows, like with Timmy and Zeta, they ended up winning. They brought Bria in. Baby, then that was everything. Only for Timmy to go back to Zeta. It be like that. Hannah and Marco, I feel like Marco had his different ins and out with different women. Then Hannah came in as a bombshell, and he was stuck on Hannah after that. After I guess people saw him with the ebbs and flows of the other relationships, and he stuck with Hannah. They ended up winning the show, but he didn't win the show. It was more so because people really liked Hannah for whatever reason, and that's why they won. But yeah, people that be together from the beginning, they don't make it to the end. So I don't really see Jeremiah and Huda winning this show at all. Huda has pissed too many people off anyway. Who I think if it was a decision right now, Olandria and Taylor would win the show. Because everybody is on Olandria. She's like the realest in the room. Right? Cute, got body. I mean, I think that she would win it. Just great personality. If it was anybody to compete with that, it would probably be Nick. But I think that Olandria would win over him. For sure. Not me spoiling the UK season I'm watching. Embarrassing. Well, we shall see. Matter of fact, where you watching it at, Queen Bee? Because I need to tap in. But whenever, like on Hulu and stuff, for the original Love Island UK, it's like they'll show us the episodes like a few weeks after the show has started, and I don't like that. Like I want to watch it as it goes along. I know sometimes people will show it on Twitch and then it'll get like knocked down. So Hulu is showing it actively, like currently, like season 1. I mean, not season 1, but the season they're on now. What is it? Is it season 12? Okay, so I'm gonna have to check out Hulu and see what they got going on. But I just wanted to come and chat with you guys real quick. About this episode because I thought it was a pretty good one. I may not always go live. Sometimes I might. So just make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and following me on social media so you know when I got videos up at JamiThatsMe on everything. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Telling my priest to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool, we